Hey everyone, it's Felka here from That Our Films. Welcome and thanks for tuning in. There's a lot of scams going around, especially when applying for media related jobs, and I've been scammed myself in the past and I hate it, and I always try and call them out and expose them whenever I can spot them. And I want to give people out there a heads up as to what to look for. So when you apply on social media, Facebook, for jobs, I always say to people, check the profile. If the profile is locked out, that's an alarm bell straight away. Genuine people will not mind you doing a background check on them. Scammers can't stand it because obviously it's a scam. They don't want you to do it. So a locked out profile. If it's not a locked out profile, how many photos is there? 9 times out of 10, if it's a professional work account, you won't see any personal family photos, which is expected. But if you come across stupid videos or spam videos that they've posted, 9 times out of 10, it's a fake profile, it's a scam. Check the grammar, the spelling of the crew call or the casting call. It will have spelling mistakes. I don't even know how they don't realise it. Check the email address. If the email address looks fishy, probably is. Do a company's house check on them if you're in the UK. Check the name against the registry. When that comes up, it will tell a story, and I'm no expert with company's house, but if you get the basic understanding of it, you know what patterns to look for. The director of the company will have changed that much, or just things just look a bit unusual, out of place. They keep changing the company name with no genuine reason. That's another warning sign. The reason they try and do that is because they've probably ripped people, scam people off in the past, and the only way to get around being sued and taken to a court is to change the legal trading name or to have someone resign. It's the technicalities within those that allow them to get away with it, in theory. Whenever you do check the profile, who are they friends with? Have they got many friends? Another giveaway is the way they will not discuss the fee on the public domain. I've often heard phrases like rate is depending on experience. That is code word for we will look at what you have done, and if they think you're worth paying something, they will pay you. It's technically indirect blackmail unless you let us decide we're not going to bring you on board. Well, and technically they're doing you a favour because they're just going to rip you off anyway. But yeah, they won't discuss the payment in public, or they'll say some excuse like it's staying behind closed doors. Unless you are someone who is building their career, who is well known, this is garbage. If it's a minimum wage, they should just be able to say minimum wage. If it's a runner's rate, just say the runner's rate. If it's an AD rate, you just put the AD rate of what you're prepared to offer. The ones who don't discuss the payment on public display, warning sign straight away, they're hiding something. They'll try and manipulate you or claim that they're doing it out of professionalism and privacy. Garbage. Another one is, how do I put this? When they claim everything will be discussed through email. Whenever people are not forthcoming in providing as much information as possible that they know they can, that is a red warning sign. Stuff that is genuine doesn't need to be discussed in email. It's them again basically saying we want to try and rope you in, try and sugarcoat things for you, try and keep you hooked in, but oh, you know what, we're not going to pay for this, we're not going to pay for that. But again, they make the post sound all fancy dancy, but then towards the end, this is actually happening a lot lately, or more details will be discussed privately or through email, or I won't reply to the comments on this feed. Again, that's code word for it's a scam. The less information, transparency is key. If they're not prepared to tell you what the basics are that you do need to know, there's something dodgy going on there. Another giveaway is happily pay for festivals to submit to the festival circuit, but they don't want to pay for the cast or crew because they want everyone's work to be recognised in the festivals. Again, this is garbage. You are being exploited. Another one is they rely a lot on what you will get out of it, IMDb credit, you get to work with some really talented, really professional people. All that is just glamorized garbage to try and hook you in. Another one is expenses. Food and drink and travel expenses are basic. It's standard practice. You always look after your talent and your crew. That's just, there is no question to that. When they come out with, oh, it's, it's a student project, even student projects have to pay for travel and food expenses. A lot of students today, I don't know what they're being taught, but a lot of them actually coming out with, I don't have to pay anything because I'm a student. You're wrong. Student projects have to pay for basic travel. You do. And you pay for food and drink, for crying out loud. If you're not prepared to do that, you've got an ego problem and you're not going to get very far. But yeah, they will not offer anything hardly, or they will expect you to pay for your own travel and then they will reimburse it. Don't know about that. Keep the receipts if they do say that. Well, obviously, as I say, don't just sort of take their word for it. When they're trying to push away when you will get paid, that's an alarm bell. If they know they can pay you, they will say it. If they try and dispersuade you from talking about it, that's a red warning sign. The amount of calls I've come across lately, or expenses are paid, and then payment of the fee will be discussed. Again, just be careful. Scammers, disingenuous filmmakers out there only care about their own reputation, and they will do it at your expense. They will repost. Keep an eye out for the same people reposting. Another one is when they change the details. What I mean is they'll reword it. So if they have been called out for not paying fees in the past, they will reword it in such a way that makes you doubt they won't pay you. Look out for that. That's another giveaway. They're not going to pay. They're just trying to pull the wool over your eyes. When you go on Indeed or any other job site, if there's reviews, check the reviews. You will often find that management who are genuine and who want to support their staff, their freelancers, will actually look at these reviews and they will provide some sort of analysis or understanding of a situation. On the flip side, however, when you get really, really bad reviews and the managers just don't reply to any of them, it's kind of one of those questions of, are they ignoring it because it's garbage, or are they ignoring it because the review is truthful and they just don't want to be called out on it? When you see a job advert in general and it matches your skills and your experience, you think, you know what, I'm going to apply for this. Yes, it's an opportunity to build your portfolio or your show reel. There is never any denying that. But the way it comes across, the wording is so clever. And that's where you've got to really take yourself out of the emotional state of being excited and think, right, locked out profile, they don't want to talk about the fee in public, I have to email them. Honest and transparent people do not need to use those methods of approach. Only toxic, manipulative employers who have no intention of being transparent and honest with you will hide stuff. And the sad thing is, there are people who are out there, some of you who will be watching this, who will still get scammed. It is easy to do if you don't know what to look for. I've been scammed myself, as I say, and I lost good bit of money. But unless you are aware of the situation you are in and how it can go, then it's very hard to put a stop in it and put the brakes on before it's too late. Please keep safe out there, people. It's getting to be a very complicated digital world. I don't like people being scammed. It's not nice. Please call them out if you see them. Thanks again for tuning in.